Hi everyone! Welcome back to Window Chats with Robyn, the Instagram live show, which I've made into a podcast, which is available afterwards on IGTV if you don't catch the live version, totally fine. Also available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and... oh, there's another one. Oh dear, I was doing so well. Spotify. It's available on Spotify. There we go. Learning how to advertise for myself. It's a daily battle. Hi, Carrie. So today we have Jenna. I'm very excited. I don't know if she's done an Instagram live before, which is always exciting because I was once in her shoes, having never done these Instagram lives, and they're a bit of a beast. But once you figure out how to do it, you're like, no, I'm a pro. I got this. Oh, hi, Jen. This is just, I love seeing the faces and having the delayed comments. So they said hi to me a couple seconds earlier, and then I respond, and then they might respond to my response, and it's a whole thing. So I'm going to try and invite Jenna in because as much as my rambling is a thing, let's focus on Jenna. And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We'll find out. It does. Okay, I sent it out there. We are just waiting now. Da da da. I need like a Jeopardy music kind of thing while we wait for the guest. Da 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 da. No, I don't want to take it, because what if all of a sudden this explodes, this Window Chats explodes, and then I get sued by Jeopardy? They have a big budget, so I don't think that would be a wise choice. Okay, we're not going to take the Jeopardy theme song. I'm just going to randomly say words while I wait for Jenna. That's what's going to happen. And we're still, look, I don't want to say that Instagram is dramatic, but it makes me wait for a very long time. And that's not okay. Look, I want to get stuff done. I have things to say. Actually, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. We did Bye Bye Birdie together back in the day of live theater, but also really a while ago. And that was oddly the fourth time I've done Bye Bye Birdie, because why not work my way through every single role in that show? Oh no, Jenna's not able to join. Oh no, let's try again. Drama. Maybe, Jenna, I tried to give you all the instructions, but of course, Instagram, not wanting my day to go smoothly, Instagram decided, no, Robyn, we're going to make your life difficult. We're trying again. Oh, you did Bye Bye Birdie as well. Carrie, what role were you? Because yes. Oh my God. Hi. I was also having like a side conversation with people commenting. I was worried. I'm like, is it going to work? Oh,
it worked.
You look so good. And what is this background? What is happening?
Thank you.
Where are you?
I'm at work.
Oh yes, do you work at the keg? As I was creeping you online. Okay.
I still do. Oh, and by the way, I'm deciding to go with your t-shirt trend. I'm wearing my friend's t-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't have a Bye Bye Birdie t-shirt, but I don't want to organically, but I wore the pants. I'm going to show my butt on Instagram live. The only reason, so it says birdie, but if you can't see the bird, it just looks like die. Which is really what happened quite a lot. Everyone just saw the die, and they're like, who is this girl telling us to die? I'm like, guys, Bye Bye Birdie. So.
And people also just don't know what birdie means. So they're like, oh, is that like a off-brand juicy situation? What's happening here?
Off-brand juicy. Yeah, that's definitely, it's the Kim McAfee fan club, okay? That's what happened.
100%.
Did you ever do Bye Bye Birdie before you did it with Stepping Out?
No, so that one was actually my second ever community theater production.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I did Curtains 2 years before, and Sean was actually the musical director for that too. So I had known him before because we just worked together, and then Bye Bye Birdie was like my second one, which is crazy.
That is crazy because you were great. There was you.
We were annoying. We were like 16-year-old teeny boppers just jumping around on stage.
That's the character. Oh my goodness, Sweet Apple, right? Sweet Apple. Oh God, Sweet Apple. What a place. It reminded me, there were those books. It wasn't called Sweet Apple, but there were those books. Oh my God, some kind of, I don't know. That made no sense, but there was a book that I read regarding an apple. There you go. That's the story.
If you ever find it, let me know. I love apples.
I'm gonna message you and be like, I remember what I was trying to say with that. That's what happens. This is the coolest background. I want to work at the keg just to have that background.
Oh my God, come. You're invited anytime.
I'm
I
not awkward.
for like another hour and a half, but my family during COVID, we moved from Vaughan to Bradford.
Whoa.
So the service in Bradford is absolute garbage. And I said, I'm not gonna run that risk when I talk to you. So I told my GM, I'm like, I'm gonna be there like an hour and a bit early. So I mean, like, there's me and one other guy, he's in the kitchen. That's it. So
Did
it's,
that for me.
yeah, of course.
And you even wore a shirt. I don't have a friend shirt. Again, I'm rotating through. I wore pink because it reminded me of my childhood, but also it made me smile. So you make me smile.
I,
All those that I was thinking, I had a really weird dream during COVID about so you had a four-person, I was going to say,
gaggle.
yeah, whatever, your four-person song of
Yeah.
sorts. It's not a duo, it's not a trio, and quadruple seems weird. Quartet. Look
One
at
of
this
the words.
knowledge. Words. So you had a four-person quartet of Bye Bye Birdie, and it was the best version I've heard. And look, this is unbiased, okay? Because I've, again, done that show way too many times.
Which we need to discuss. I can't believe that you've done it that many. What?
I was actually supposed to do it 6 times, but twice I dropped out because, look, guys, the role wasn't good enough, and I'm not wasting my time. So that's what happened there. That was my diva moment. But I did it. That was my second show I've ever done in my life was Bye Bye Birdie, and I was Kim McAfee.
Of
And I
course,
still,
I've seen that.
I would have loved to see. That was me. Oh, I think I was 7. And I remember auditioning and it was, okay, I don't know if anyone knows the show Bye Bye Birdie, but there is this character named Ursula. So the audition piece was everyone has to do Ursula. So I remember bringing in what was a cell phone at the time. So that's this giant clunker. I'm just freak like this huge thing that's what I remember. I memorized the monologue and I had this giant cell phone and I just went for it. I'm like, oh, cool. I got the role. That's fun. Honestly, I thought that would be the start of my career. And boy, was I wrong. But the confidence of me as a 7-year-old, it was great. But then I eventually did play Ursula, and then I worked my way to Gloria Rasputin. So,
Yeah.
it's a big deal.
I'll never forget it. Like, because we had so many rehearsals happening before you even showed up. Because like has less stage time. So when we all had we're all like 16, we're having a great time. We're doing our rehearsals, our dance numbers, everything. And in walks Robyn, just in all her glory. And we're like, I'm sorry, who is this? And why have we not met her yet? And we did our sushi nights and we did our drives. Like, oh my goodness.
I enjoyed all of you. Yeah, again, I'm not a diva, but this story makes me sound like such a diva. This is actually the one show I've done with stepping out. Oh, no, I revoke that. We did the 10-year celebration, and then that was the other show. But I had a moment where I said, hey, Brian, I'm your cousin. I know how to do this role, but the one time I did Gloria Rasputin before when I was in London, Ontario, and I ended up spraining my ankle and then inadvertently tearing my hamstring, whatever. It was a whole thing. And I was so upset because I'm like, I had the dance. I made everything up. I have to do it again without being injured. So I'm like, hey, Brian, I'm doing this role. Thanks. And if you ask Brian, who was the biggest diva in that show, honestly, I'm like, this Brian, I think I should be in another scene. I think this character needs more. And he's like, Robyn, it's not the Gloria show. But you know what? It really should have been. That character is so fun to play. Like,
where is that spin-off? I know.
This. I've been trying to figure it out. I don't think anyone would care, but I think I want to know her background. I want to know where she's coming from. Yeah. Where does she meet Mrs. Peterson? Where does that happen? Right?
I know. Write it.
I have to. The untold story of Gloria Rasputin. It will be very confusing, but also kind of amazing. And then I can bring back the voice. Yeah.
That's going to be the thing that carries me through my day today.
But what happens afterwards, right? Because they're kind of the one last kiss. Well, again, I said, Brian, I'm doing this because I did it before and it's hilarious. So again, whatever. And after that, she's gone. And I'm like, guys, I think Gloria should have came back in Act 2. Okay? I think they needed a little Gloria reprise.
People would disagree, and that's fair. That's fine. It's okay. But there's something to that character of just that confidence going in, and I'm awesome, but really she's terrible. And I just love those characters that have that amount of confidence.
She owns it. Like, she knows that she thinks she's the greatest ever, but it's like there's so much more to those people. It's like, what is behind all of that? We need to know. We need to know. The people want to know.
I wanna understand how someone could get that confident when they're that terrible. Because who's told them they're good, and have people been so much worse than that character? So for those of you that don't know Bye Bye Birdie, Gloria Rasputin is a character that comes in. She is not talented in the least. And yet she comes in with a lot of confidence and thinks she's the best. That's essentially the mindset of this character. The mom of, there is a mother who decides that Gloria should be this guy's secretary instead. Alberto, whatever. There's that side part, but just the character of Gloria coming in and saying, yeah, guys, I've got this. So
Exactly.
You're welcome for being a secretary.
And I think that we've all known that person. I think everybody, especially in theater, has that one person that comes in and just like, here I am. And then they open their mouth and it's, oh, but are you here? I don't know. Like, people, but some people, and I don't think it's necessarily who told you that you were good. It's like, who didn't tell you that you were bad? Flip side of that, where it's like, oh, yeah, no one's talked to you yet, have they? At all.
But what would the conversation be? Hey, do you know how you're talented, or at least you think you are? I don't know.
For you. Have you
way to try?
Yes. Yeah. Oh man. What was your audition process like? Not for this, because you just called up Brian and said, hey Brian.
Yeah. Oh my God. My audition process this is to get, so again, Kim and Ursula, whatever. I was a kid. That's fine. Those were easy. Easy. Like, it was a bunch of girls and I was very fortunate. I'm always grateful when I actually get a role that's not just like girl number 7. Thank you. You know, just like, thank you. Good. I have lines and I have a song. Awesome.
It does something for your confidence when you don't get like girl number 5. It's great.
Right? And then, number 4, I'm moving up in the world. But it's, but the process, I had never realized what that scene was. So I was doing university at Western. And university at Western, yeah, it's called anyways, I was in London doing university stuff, whatever. And so I was older at the time and I auditioned. So I think I was in a group of girls that were still auditioning to be Kim. So we're all auditioning to be Kim or Ursula, whatever. And then I get some kind of teen and I'm like, you know what? I'll just do it on the side. Fine. And then I find out, okay, you're also Gloria. I'm like, who is this character? What is this? And I'm like, oh, this is a fun character. I didn't even know this scene happened because I've only been Kim and Ursula. I've never really took into account those scenes where the teens aren't in them. I'm like, oh, yeah, I should take this into account. This scene is so funny and there is so much going on. So it's like such an odd moment of realization for this show that I know way too much about. And it was weird. I don't know if you've seen a show and then you get a character and go, oh, I didn't know this part of the show existed.
Yes. Especially because like whenever you're watching a show, I find that you always naturally just get pulled to one thing or like a few things and you still miss a lot. You need to really see a show multiple times to catch certain things. That's why like going to theater one time, like, yeah, it's amazing. You kind of get the gist of everything, but you miss some of those things. And characters like Gloria, they hit you different when you're really, really paying attention.
But can I tell you, the amount of support I've gotten for playing that character is insane. That's probably
this
just
side
everyone's Robyn, do Gloria again. Like it was so, I'm like, guys, this is a 1 scene. I made it into 2 scene character. This is such a small character on my resume. I don't even know if I put it on my resume anymore because like no one cares you were Gloria. I don't even know. Because I mean, there's other leads and these different genres. Look, you did British and whatever other accents and cool. Those are different songs, different range. Yeah. Maybe I'll put Gloria back and they'll be like, why are you putting Gloria on your resume, girl? No one cares.
Because no one forgets about Gloria.
I would actually argue though, you're right. That could be, I'm arguing with myself that it is a skill because the character has to be bad. So it is a skill to know what you're doing, but make it bad. And that was the hardest thing for me because I'm like, okay, I want this dance to be really cool and good. Like, oh no, but it can't be. But it also has to be funny, but also like not too long, not too short. Fake tap because I'm not gonna wear tap. Like it was a whole.
Yes.
And then I get in my head and I'm like, what?
Tap.
Yeah, because it's not real tap, right? And then it's just like the awkward jumpy thing, but not good. So it was a process. I was just excited to do it again.
Oh my gosh. It was, yeah, like again, just the way that you came into that whole process, I'm like, okay, she fits. This is amazing. Yeah.
You were a great group and everyone's gone on to do such cool things. I didn't even realize you guys were 16 at the time.
Like almost 9 years ago.
Whoa.
Wasn't it that long ago? 8 years ago?
Have I had these pants for 9 years? That's really what I took from that.
They become my painting pants. Whenever we're painting around the house, like they're just like covered in just like primer and just like all of the paint things. So they've seen love, those pants.
But the problem is I was never allowed to have writing on my butt. That was a no-no in my household.
Really?
So this was my odd act of rebellion in my 20s. I'm like, yeah, I got words on my butt now. I'm an adult. This was my money I bought it with. What are you going to do? It was such a weird, I felt empowered.
I feel like that would have been such a thing to have been like, yeah, wow, great. It says Birdie. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's cute. I'm like, oh, yeah. But I'm rebelling.
Yeah. No, that was so fun because we all kind of left that and we're like, we need something. That was kind of the start of the merch for Steppin' Out. And so we had that. We had the sweaters that I'm pretty sure on the back.
I still
these babes. Mine got so stained. I ended up throwing it out. But I was just like, honestly, I know it broke my heart. And my mom. Here's the thing, Kate. Here's my little rant about still living with your parents. Is that if they know that you have clothes that are stained, like, but you would just wear them like when you're just around the house. You don't wear them out. You don't look like a slob. They will see it as they do your laundry. And be like, oh, they don't need that anymore. And it's gone. That's what happened to the Bye Bye Birdie sweater. And I was like, Mom, where did my Bye Bye Birdie sweater go? She was, oh, it was all stained and stuff. Like, I just got rid of it. And just my heart sank a little bit.
I feel like she missed an opportunity to say it went bye-bye. But that lame dad jokes for the win. Okay.
Oh, my God.
But that's actually terrible. That really is. I hate when people decide for me you're not allowed to wear this clothes anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't decided that. I can decide for other people, but not for me. There is another, I'm not trying to take away from this conversation. There's another side conversation happening in the messages. I'm not ignoring the messages. I think I'm so far gone from knowing what anyone's writing back and forth to each other. So I'll read them later. I'm very confused.
Hang on. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I see.
There's a lot. I'm just, I appreciate everyone writing. I will read them. But I don't know if we're talking about that. So I think Clement and Kev are doing their own thing, and I love it.
I don't know who you are, but hi, guys.
Yeah, they're very nice. Everyone's very nice. You're very nice. I occasionally dabble in the niceness.
Nice little corner of the world here.
So. How is the keg? How's working there?
At the moment, it sucks just because of everything. Like it's.
Oh, bear in mind your employer might watch this, so it's awesome, right? You never know. Yeah, okay.
I know. So no, we talk about it all the time. Like we try so hard not to linger in COVID because it just like people are so, I think, just exhausted of talking about it. Especially the announcement that they're saying is coming out today that they're going to issue a stay-at-home order province-wide starting tomorrow.
Oh.
So
I'm looking at my husband. Mike, we're getting groceries. Okay.
Priorities.
Well, he's gonna actually. I don't know if he's watching this, so we'll get to. I'll talk after. This is the only way I communicate with anyone, family and friends. Do an Instagram live with me, or I won't talk to you. That's what's happening.
At least they know. As long as they know, then they have no excuse. But no,
wait,
like I've been with the keg for 7 years, so I'm here this long because I love it so much. It's just a weird time. Like this restaurant, actually, we were a week away from opening before COVID hit, so we haven't really had the chance to kind of like get it off the ground. But we have so many regulars that still come and like ordering takeout and all that stuff. So like we're meeting amazing people, and I manage the dining room. So it's nice. It's really just like anything around people. Like I think we know just as theater people too, just give us people to talk to and hang out with and we're fine. We will thrive. We're good. So that's for me.
Very true. back in the day of going into a restaurant, I could always tell who has a theater or artsy background, because even if they don't, even if the people they're working with are not the nicest of, just making these demands of, excuse me, there's 3 ice cubes instead of 2, just something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I apologize. Just like, I will fix that right away, pretending to care when I would just spit in their water, right? That's why I don't do what you do. I would just be like, oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. Here's a little topping that'll melt that other ice cube, just something ridiculous. And it is what it is. But I really do admire that. It's so hard. The service industry in general, people are, honestly, there's a lot of weirdos out there, and a lot, not even weirdos, like just rude people. The rudeness is not okay. When it's just making these demands that you wouldn't ask on a normal basis, and you just think, you go into this restaurant and everyone shall serve me. Where are my grapes? Can you peel them? Like, no, we don't do that here, sir.
No,
ma'am.
Just because it's service industry, we're not servants. There's a difference, right? So we've definitely had a few of those, and it's one of those, like, same thing. It's just like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then you kind of go in the back and it's like, oh, and you're just kind of doing your thing just because, you're just like, I still need to somehow make this person's day. I need to make their day better. I need them to leave here and want to come back, hopefully in a better mood. But just everybody deals with that. And I think, like, it's really no secret. I think that we've all, like, even when stressful things are happening, when we're a guest, it's like we try to just, like, don't be mad. It's not completely their fault. It's okay. It's restaurant life. And especially just in the arts, like, I feel like I feel like most people that I know that have been in the arts have worked in a restaurant or a bar at some point. It sounded like you've been a server, or you've kind of, like, been in a bar.
Did it? I was totally acting. I've never done it.
You?
Yeah, I haven't. But thank you for thinking that I was believable. That was a character I was going for. So yes, I'm adding that to the resume.
Nailed it. Well, so you have done a lot more acting than I ever have and probably ever will. Because it's always been, like, singing and dancing first for me. And acting was always just kind of, like, because it came with the territory, I've just learned to get, like, average at it. But anytime I see anything that you post or commercials, like, all that stuff, I'm like, oh my God, this girl kills it constantly.
I appreciate that. My love-hate relationship with social media. I'm like, is this showing off? Is this, maybe I'll share it. Now I'm like, you know what? This makes me laugh. I will share it. But it's a lot. I know I talk to a lot of my friends, and it looks like we're doing more than we're doing more often than not, because we're just trying to stay relevant as we audition for the exact same thing over and over. And maybe it's this time we'll book it.
Yeah.
Maybe this time. Okay.
Ooh.
Right? That's a song. Okay. I really wanted to figure this out, and I don't know how I can coordinate the timing. I wanted to get you and, oh my God, I'm forgetting all the names. I wanted to get you and Jenny and Tess and, wait, did I say Tess? Teresa. And Teresa. Oh my gosh. I knew it was a T. Oh, I love Teresa. I don't know why I couldn't remember her name. I got nervous. And who was the fourth? And
it was actually 5 of us. It was 4 of us plus Amanda. So it was kind of like Amanda as, like, the head, and then it was Jenny, myself, Teresa, and Claire.
Claire. Okay, yes. I pictured all their faces, and I'm like, why am I not recalling their names? This is so, yeah. But you did say it was 9 years ago, so that's fine. But I wanted to figure out how to do, like, an Instagram room and see if it would work, but the audio is iffy.
Yeah.
So my intention was there, but I don't know if the quartet would work again, which is upsetting.
I feel like one of a couple things could happen is that once all of this dies down and the 5 of us can get in a room together and we can just kind of, like, all do it with you, that, or doing, like, the group Zoom call and then just post it.
I have a request. If this happens, I want to come on as Gloria and introduce you guys. That's what's gonna. I don't want to be part of it. I just want to come on, introduce you guys. I have a blonde wig somewhere, and just set you up.
The wig. Oh my God.
And I'd be like, yeah. After, it's a pretty bad wig, but.
Oh my God. The thing that I will never ever forget about that show was during one of the tech runs. This is probably, like, my favorite thing that's ever happened in my theater career was it was a long day. Like, tech days can be exhausting because it's just standing around, do the same thing over again until they figure out like what setup they're doing, lighting, everything. So this was like, I think maybe a couple days before we opened and we were doing the tech show or the tech run, and Brian obviously is in the booth. They're kind of doing their thing and we're blocking telephone hour. And we're what? 16-year-olds on stage who are so exhausted that we've hit a wall where we're just absolutely hysterical. We can't stop laughing. We cannot stand still. We all start like doing these accents. And I'm pretty sure that Gloria was a little bit of an influence of that. Like, it just started there and it was downhill from there. And so we're laughing, I can't even think of how like obnoxious we were. And Brian comes over the speaker and he goes, guys, we're going to run this number once all the way through, do your accents, get your giggle monsters out, and then I need you to stand still. So we were like, okay, we got this. We ran that whole number and everybody was doing a different accent and it was bizarre. I will never ever forget that, where it's just we couldn't contain ourselves. We were so tired and we were just like, we couldn't make it anymore. And Brian easily could have been the director to be like, guys, get it together because like I want to go home. He was like, no, get it out, do it once, and then just stand still. That's it.
That's such an iconic number, the telephone hour, which is beyond, it's so, I don't even know where they're still doing Bye Bye Birdie. It is so beyond outdated that when you have to source these props of, guys, does anyone still have a phone with a cord? And these kids that watch it, what is that? What is this deterrent? Don't you just have, I would love modern day telephone hour, just like texting, hi, whatever, just kind of,
I would go,
sorry, can't talk, TTY, and then just the Penelope girl that's just not giving that guy, oh my gosh, what's his name?
Oh,
that little sad character.
Yeah, it was
Harvey Johnson.
Harvey Johnson. Oh
yeah. So he's just, and then she's going block. He's not trying to talk to the mom. He's texting her, hey, Penelope, you free for the prom? And she's like, delete, block, board.
It is the shortest telephone hour. It's a telephone minute. That's it.
The telephone second. Did you hear about Kim? Yeah, I'm on her Instagram. What's the problem? Like, obviously, this is a thing. Like, why do you not know this?
I think I'm so inspired right now. We need to find a way to make that happen.
We're doing this. I'm gonna write this down afterwards. This is modern day telephone hour. We are discussing it here, and it's going to be a thing. I'm very excited.
TM. No one take our idea.
Yes, this is trademarked. My hubby does intellectual property stuff. Mike, what do I need to do to do lawyer stuff? He'll tell me after. It'll be fine. This is an amazing conversation. I am so excited for this. Everyone's going to send me their footage. Okay. I will, you know what? I'll give you the best role. We have to discuss. Me and you, we did a 10-year anniversary thing. Yes. I'm throwing some shade at Steppin' Out, and that's okay because he's my cousin. I'm like, we go in and we're doing this karaoke medley, and me and you got the worst parts in that medley. And I was not okay with that. I'm driving in, maybe it was Hamilton, maybe it was London at the time, I don't remember. And I'm like, hey, you give me and Jenna 2 lines, and everyone else gets like a whole freaking song. This is very upsetting, okay? But then of course I did it anyways because I'm a performer, but I was not happy.
I'm really glad that you said it because, like, Brian, I really didn't want to throw shade your way. Like, your new dad now. Congratulations.
I threw it. Oh, yes, Muzzle Tub. I know he's throwing up so fast. So we're very upset. We're clearly still talking about this now.
I know.
We were miscast. You did not care about us, and our talents were wasted. So it's okay. For those of you just joining, Brian's my cousin, so I kind of like to see what I can get away with. Plus, I don't think he watches these. Honestly, he's a dad now. He won a Tony. He's doing his thing, right?
That's his life right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, so between him and Dana, they were dating when Bye Bye Birdie was happening, and we were all like, oh, like, are you guys gonna get married? And she's like, oh, we just started dating, and with that, here they are now with 2 gorgeous twin baby girls. And you also were not engaged at the time.
I wasn't.
No, because we were
really
where you're like, I know what ring I want. He knows what ring I want. Why have I not gotten it yet? What is him so long. Like, Robyn,
that sounds like me.
You need to get it together and get him to give you this ring right now. Like, we were all in full support of this because it was a very passionate topic of conversation.
That is so funny. You know, he ended up, I was doing a show in Hamilton and he ended up, okay, this is how do you know how he proposed to me? This was like the most creative thing.
I'm also plugging in my phone. I'm just going to make sure that everything is good. Okay, cool.
Okay, so I love my theater. And so Mike, when I was doing theater in London, I worked with this one director. We did Chicago together. Love that musical. It is what it is. And then the director reached out to me and he said, I have this role for you. I want you to come to London and audition for it. It's like a technicality, but I really want you for this role. Cool. Of course, I'm living in Hamilton, but I'll make it work, right? I'm going to go to London and do the show, whatever. That's in my head. So I go to audition and he goes, okay, great, whatever. We're just going to bring someone out to read with you. And then my husband, Mike, comes out and then he proposes to me. And in my head, I'm like, wait, is this not an audition? Did I not get this role? That was the first. So of course I said no right away because that was my no, what is happening? But then I'm like, oh my God, he did so much effort for me. Okay, yes, so let's do this. I was just in such a state of shock. Like what? I can't remember a thing. I completely blacked out. But that was a Chicago homage. But yes, it was really well done. So
I love. And I think I seem to have like a little memory too where you were just saying like, I better be surprised. Like, I don't want to see it coming.
I did not. I really didn't see that coming. I'm like, wait, what? It was Did
he get you another audition where you could actually get the part? Or like, was that just like, did that?
No, exactly. Right. I'm like, wait, so I was worried for this audition. Do you know the amount of stress that goes into my body? So that was a little like, I have to walk this off. I'm very upset right now, but also, oh my God, so much effort. And I love this director. And he got someone that was from the radio station to be part of it too and film it and everything. I'm like, oh, look at that. Okay. He did a great job. I was very proud of him. The problem was I had shared it on my social media a while ago and then everyone kept saying congratulations on getting engaged. And I'm like, guys, no, I'm married for almost like 6 years now. So I don't think people read anything on social media. So I kind of just took it off. It's somewhere on the internet, whatever. But it was such an effort. I love that I said that to you during Bye Bye Birdie. He better propose to me. That sounds like a thing I would say. Like, guys, it's been 4 years. What is happening? I don't understand.
Exactly like that. The conversations are exactly like that. And it's funny. You're so right, too. Just people don't pay attention on Instagram. That's why even like when you and I were setting this up, we're like, oh, wait, we don't follow each other on Instagram. Because I watch all of your stuff from Facebook and YouTube. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, because I'm never on Instagram. And I'm pretty sure after this, I'll give it like another couple of days. I might just delete the app again because I'm like, I find myself scrolling now that I'm so bored. And I'm like, I need to pick up a book. I just need to not like pay attention to this Instagram. That's it.
I agree. I get so enthralled in social media to a point where I took a little bit of a break I think like last week, and people were messaging me, are you okay? Because I wasn't so active on social media. Like, guys, I'm fine. I just need to clear my head. That's what's happening. Yeah.
Mental health break. I just need to just chill out from the social medias.
It's hard though, because then you feel, oh no, I missed out on this and I didn't wish you happy birthday or something. I don't know people's birthdays. There's a lot of people I know. I'm like, I apologize. Here's a week later, I think. Or I just completely missed it and that wasn't on purpose. Facebook tells me things. So yeah.
Yeah. But that's the other thing too, is where it's just like, if I know you, like really, really know you, your birthday's on my calendar. Like I will have that. But like other people, it's like I'm sorry, but also like I needed a break. I needed a minute.
So what I'm saying is put July 10th in your calendar. I expect a happy
January 24th. So
I missed it.
But I mean, it's fine.
I must have. I feel like I messaged you or I wasn't on Facebook that day. If I didn't, I do apologize. So
I forgive you.
Be like, the only reason I'm doing this Instagram live is to throw shade at you for not messaging me on my birthday. Robyn.
That's where it's throwing shade at Brian and it's throwing shade at you for not wishing me a happy birthday. There's just shade in this whole.
So funny.
I know.
Oh my God.
Are you like doing any virtual theater stuff, or is it like, because I haven't done theater since the 10-year anniversary that we did. I did one performance for because Amanda has her company now called Spotlight Academy. So I did she did like a, I'm trying to remember what she called it, but it was like not like a workshop, but it was just this little performance of like some of her students, some of her friends, and we just kind of got together, which was so fun. But that's the last thing that I did, and that was, I think, December 2019, and before that was the 10-year anniversary show. So I don't know the theater life right now.
You know what? Realistically, I don't know the future of theater. So I kind of decided to focus more on film, and I guess this is a podcast, so audio stuff, but also a lot of voiceover stuff. Because then I'm in the safety of a booth, and then there's one person to, because I'm just a germaphobe, and good, not too many people around me. Cool. That's how I like it during COVID. That's fun.
Yeah.
But it's hard because there is such a community sense of theater, and I know a lot of my theater friends, they're missing that, right? It's unfortunate.
I know. Yeah, we, like, right before COVID hit, my sister and I were actually in New York. We came home 6 days before the world shut down. Like 6 days before they announced that Broadway was closing, we had like just come home from New York, which was the epicenter of everything. Because it still wasn't like, we still weren't sure what was going on, and we had this trip booked. We're like, okay, we'll still go. We'll be careful. We're going to wear a mask, the gloves. When gloves were still a thing, because people, like, it's a whole thing now. But I saw Book of Mormon for the first time. I saw Dear Evan Hansen, and I saw Hamilton.
You hit the big ones.
Oh my goodness gracious. I lived in the theater, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. So whenever I went to New York, my sister and I had different experiences. So I think that was my 6th time going. And it was always touristy. It was always like going to see, the Empire State Building, and I went to Ellis Island. Like, I kind of did all that stuff. And my sister had the opposite one, where she was always in the theater when she went to go. So she's like, she's like, you go to the theater, I'm going to go like tour, and then we'll meet up. And we're like, great. So we both kind of like did our own thing, but we both went for Hamilton, because we are, when I say like Hamilton enthusiast in my bio, that's without hyperbole. Like, that is very much my life.
You're missing a sister. I mean, but no one cares about Peggy, so it's fine.
Can I tell you? Okay, I'm going to admit something right now that's like identifies the level of Hamilton nerd that I am. My license plate, I got customized, that says "and Peggy." I will take a picture and I will send it to you, because I am not kidding. I'm the youngest of 3 girls, and I saw that show and I was just like, that's me on stage. I've never related so much to anybody before in my whole life, except for Peggy. She's me, I'm her.
I thought you only had one. I didn't realize there were 3 sisters. Oh, wow.
There are 3 sisters. I work with the one, but yeah, we have big age gaps too. My oldest that I went with is 10 years older, and then my middle is 6 years older.
This is normally when I ask the inappropriate question of who was the mistake, but that's
If it was me, I'm the best mistake that ever happened to my parents.
I appreciate you being here. Yeah.
I've always tried to be like the angel child. I'm just like, oh, like anything you say, like, whatever. I was never the rebel child. I was always the theater geek, like locked up in my room, listening to music and singing and dancing and making an absolute fool of myself. Oh, and having the Footloose tape cassette on repeat.
Oh, back in the day of cassette. See, again, Carole King, ABBA, that's what I grew up with, and the little cassettes. I used to think that was radio. I was a naive child. So when people would play the radio, I didn't understand what boy bands and girl bands were. It was very confusing for me. I'm like, what? I'm outside of my bubble. Where am I? It was weird.
Do you have anything that's like old school that people would be like, oh, like you still have that? Like vinyl collections or like a rotary phone? Just to like,
we had a very like old cell phone. We had a very old cell phone, and my husband saw online, we took apart the cell phone and we made it into this art we put it like mounted it on a 3D frame. It's kind of cool. Oh. Like a shadow box. I don't know. That's the artsy. Yeah, that's as old. I don't even know if we have floppy disks anymore. That was before. God. Was that before your time, a floppy disk?
Floppy disks were before my time, definitely, but like
Oops.
we still had them around the house, and I'm like, what's this? And my parents would just like lose their minds that I had no idea what a floppy disk was. But I was still around for tape cassettes and like the handheld video recorders that we still have all of my family home videos on. Better believe it. Like we've still got all of that stuff. But since we moved, when you see all of your belongings in not one but two moving trucks, you really reevaluate like, okay, what's necessary and what's like just we like has to get rid of. We have to get rid of this. So a lot of those are like old tape cassettes, the CDs that you would like make your own mixtapes. That would be like a playlist equivalent, and you'd have it on an actual CD-ROM.
I don't know if I started making a mixtape till the iPods, before everything was on your phone and you'd have the separate iPod. I apologize. I feel like the connection's a little shaky right now.
A little bit, but it comes in and out.
Okay. I still see you and I still hear you. Okay. You look beautiful. What was I saying? Oh, I was discussing the obsolete iPod. Yes. I don't know if do people still own iPods? Because it was so revolutionary. You can look at this little thing versus those giant Walkmans where you, but again, like, look, if you're doing Bye Bye Birdie, keep all this stuff, right?
Yeah. Just go to like pawn shops and you can find everything. Karen was amazing. She found everything and anything that we needed for that show.
She's a very impressive woman. She was our props. Did she do costumes as well? Props to Karen for doing the props.
Yeah, for real. Did she do costumes as well? Was that your question?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if it was her or Robyn's mom, Lisa.
Oh, Lisa also.
I think it might have been Lisa.
So nice maybe. From that community. That was this a while ago, and I didn't save a program, so I'm just going to speculate and say everyone involved with stepping out was great.
Yeah. I have my program still. I should have brought that.
Disappointed.
It's an oversight. I know.
Yeah.
I let you down.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses.
The closest thing I got is my friend's shirt.
I love that. I keep trying to do some kind of shirt, and then I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know how to match the shirt to the face, to the person. But you know what was really fun? I was worried. I didn't know. We haven't spoken in so long, so I thought, I don't know what to talk about, so I'm just going to creep your social media. And then I saw you went to Vegas, and I'm like, worst case, we just discuss Vegas the whole time, because I really like the photos.
Well, thank you. It was, have you been to Vegas?
Oh, yeah, twice. Three times.
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
So I went the one time. I love that that's the thing that you picked from my Instagram to be like, we're going to discuss this.
I love Vegas.
I love Vegas. And I was actually having this conversation a couple of weeks ago with a few friends where we were talking about like girls going to Vegas versus guys going to Vegas. Because they're very, very different. We don't spend a dime, and guys wreck their savings to go to Vegas. So it was absolute bananas. We loved it. It was me and I think 4 or 5 of my girlfriends. And we just had the best time. We didn't really know what to expect. We're like, okay, like we'll go. We had In-N-Out for the first time. And I had Popeyes for the first time, weirdly enough, in Vegas, even though we have them here.
That chicken from Popeyes.
And fun fact, I became a vegetarian. And I work in a steakhouse, so.
That's fun. I normally end up going to the keg and getting a salmon, right? So that's just back in the day. Although now I'm not really eating. My eating changes on a daily basis. We're not going to discuss that. But keg is a steakhouse, so it's just, why are we bringing this girl? I had a very awkward date at the keg. That's all I remember. Where they're like, why aren't you eating steak? And I'm like, I don't eat non-kosher meat. Right. And it is what it is. It was shockingly didn't last. That was.
Oh my God, that's something else we could talk about is awkward dating.
That's fun. Are you dating now?
Yes, like it's
okay.
COVID.
Oh, I didn't. You know what? I apologize. That's too personal. I just kind of segue, but we can go back to Vegas. That's fine. Okay.
We got. How much time do we got? We still got some time.
My husband normally tells me, but he's doing his own thing right now, so I don't want to say you're slacking. But
I'll be here until you kick me off. So
we have 4 hours on this thing, so I think.
Is that really how long it is?
That's what I was told, and I thought, wow, I could talk for 4 hours, but I don't think I should.
Yeah, both is important.
It's a long time. Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Okay, but yeah, so I guess back to Vegas. It was, first of all, In-N-Out delicious. It's as good as everybody says it is. I think that you have to like, you get to wear things that you wouldn't normally get to wear here. And I'm gonna leave that, but if you went through the comments on my photos, my mother was like, I want to borrow this one.
Look, I saw some photos, okay? And again, me being this protective mom that's only a couple years older than you probably at this point, and I'm like, young lady that is more skin than I would like to see, that slits a little high, there's cuts where there shouldn't be. I'm just, that's what I wanted to write, and I thought, no, Robyn, first off, I don't know if she'll get my humor anymore, but you do, so we're fine. But it was concerning, right? And then also, who's this girl that's not really, it's not, are you body shaming, right? And then I get into that cancel culture and like, oh no, I was just making a joke, I swear. And then it would be negative. So
yeah,
that's what I thought in my head. But also like, way to go, damn girl. And I got all snapping.
Yeah, a little sparkle never hurt anybody, right? Little sparkle, little black number, and you're set.
Well, it's also funny too because yes, I went twice with my husband, and then I went once with my family. Completely different trips, you know. And we were all older at the time. It's not like we're 2 years old going to Vegas. That's odd. Although they do have Circus, which is who thinks of going to Vegas with the family? I have a lot of questions around that.
I know, me too. And aside from like, I know people that went for dance competitions, but that's like a very legitimate reason why you're bringing your children to Vegas. Like, it's almost like you as a parent, you're going because your child is going, not like you're going and you're bringing your kids.
Yeah.
Right? I really wanted to go see Donnie and Marie because they were still there when I was there, but my friends weren't really down for a show. So I'm like, I'll catch them next time. They're not going anywhere.
No, so I know when my husband went with his friends before me, he ended up, he only had friends before we got together, and then he just lost his friends. But when he went, when he went before me, they did their own thing, whatever. They didn't really see that many shows. Maybe they went to a comedy bar. When I went with my husband, we saw like Wayne Brady. I think we saw Seinfeld. It was really fun. Yeah. And it was I think it was even in that Celine Dion stage, which was weird for a comedian. How much space do they need? But I think they just needed the space. Everyone wanted to see him. So it was cool.
It's part of his act. I can't do a Seinfeld accent. It's not my thing.
What's the deal with airplane food? It's not even an accent. It's just his question.
Yeah.
But, we also ended up seeing Terry Fader, what does he do? Ventriloquist. This is ventriloquist. So with that skill, I question how you realize you're good at it, right? Are you just not opening are you just trying to transfer your voice to different objects around the room? What's happening there? Or do you just like not want to open your mouth and you're like, look what I can do. This is really cool. Like, I don't get it.
Is it like you were super lonely and you wanted to make your toys talk, or like you were talking smack about people around you and you're like talking under your breath and realize, oh no, people can still hear me? Like, from just having fun to, oh, this is a career for me.
No, but I love that the latter thing that you said, that he wanted to talk smack about people, but hey guys, it wasn't me. My mouth wasn't moving. I didn't say it. That's really funny.
It's so true though. Who was the name of the guy that you said, the ventriloquist that you saw?
Terry Fader. I think he won America's Got Talent a while back. But again, look, it's a very impressive skill. I'm not taking away from that. I'm just always curious as to how people get into their skills.
Well, I saw Jeff Dunham, I think, in Hamilton years ago when I was in high school.
Hamilton, Ontario, or in Hamilton the musical? We need to clarify.
Hamilton, Ontario. Can you
imagine he comes in, the Schuyler sister? Okay.
Can you imagine if like Jeff Dunham just did like a full ventriloquist act of the entire Hamilton production? I would sign up for that. I would be there. Jeff Dunham, please do it. I'm in. Look at all these ideas. Wait a second. So the Gloria, the Untold Story.
Yes, I'm gonna write these down. I don't want to watch.
And Jeff Dunham, ventriloquist of Hamilton.
Yes.
These are gonna happen now. You got your
Gloria, the Untold Story. There's something to that character.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
What else? If you had like, I'm trying to think of who else, just like characters in a show. Like maybe if like on the topic of Hamilton, I would love to see like a King George's perspective of.
Oh, kind of like a Wicked version. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I want to see the Bullet. I just want to see where else. You know, there's a character that plays the Bullet in Hamilton. I just want it to keep traveling around and just see what happens. Pardon?
It's like, what does it see? What does the Bullet see?
Yeah.
Like as it's traveling through, like grazing Hamilton. Oh my God! Look at. Why don't we talk more? We're so.
I don't know. I know. That's what I was joking when I posted. Yeah, we haven't spoken, so we're just going to talk. And if you want to watch, cool. And I thought, no, we actually really haven't spoken. I'm having some issues with my hair. I keep playing with it. It is what it is.
My hair is large and in charge today.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten a haircut in a very long time, so that's just a sidebar of concern. Yeah.
Rapunzeling it.
Well, that's what I said, but also not to a point where I want people swinging off my hair. I don't have that kind of.
True.
Not using whatever magical shampoo they're advertising on the news on the news. Yeah, it says CP24 newsworthy.
If it's just like your husband trying to get your attention, just like tugging, it's like Robyn, like an annoying little kid.
Can you imagine if your hair is so delicate and people are tugging and then they just have that's scary.
Oh my God.
Like what if Rapunzel started losing her hair and everyone's tugging and they have little bits of Rapunzel? It's traumatic.
Poor Rapunzel, man. What does she go through?
It's not okay, guys. Like, she's a person. This conversation's getting weird. Yeah, that's usually what happens. I don't like to preface that.
Rapunzel losing her hair.
Well, that's what made her Rapunzel. What else does she bring to the table? Give Rapunzel a haircut. Does anyone care?
Well, I mean, she did have a leg up on quarantine more than all of us ever did. So she like would be thriving right now if she wouldn't be missing anything.
Well, that's true. But also, if anyone came near her, she'd be dead.
Fair.
Yeah. Like anyone climbs up her hair, she's gone. Any kind of she doesn't have any antibodies, guaranteed.
Poor thing, man. She was just not set at all. The world is against her.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Look, I say that when you break down every Disney princess, there's a lot to unpack there.
100%. My favorite still, I really still don't fully understand why, but Aurora was always my favorite princess growing up.
Because you get to sleep and people still think you're a princess. There's something to the magic of sleeping.
And the prince still finds you. Like, you do nothing and he just shows up and it's like, oh, hello, I'm in love with you. Great, let's get married and like we'll slay the dragon together. And that's it. And it's like, oh, great. That's like ideal. Sleep all day, nothing, and just the world happens.
Yeah. If you read the original versions of the fairy tales, they're not okay. So they're actually I'm not going to elaborate because they're very dark, but it's concerning. It's I guess cool. We're making shows out of this, and all right.
Disney. Really,
pardon?
There's a
yeah, guys. This is now, if you're tuning in, this is now Dark Disney. This is what's happening. Where did if they're not killing off the mom, is it really a Disney? That's what I have to question.
It honestly, you've found something there.
It's that being said, I feel as though they've taken a break. I think they either kill off both parents now. Just why not? You don't want to favor one or the other.
Frozen, both their parents die.
Yeah. That's how the cool kids do it, so.
Oh my God.
That was a weird comment. I apologize. Didn't mean to offend. I heard it coming out of my mouth and I instantly regretted it. Classic window chat.
That's me at least 3 times a day. Is I will say something and as it's coming out of my mouth, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm already here, so.
But you know what? I hope with these, because I will save them and share them, and I hope the audio is working out. I never know till I rewatch them. I'm like, oh, dear God, that was unfortunate. But the good thing is now we're really close to the end, so I don't think anyone's going to watch this whole thing. So if I say something near the end that no one cares about, it's fine. Right. No one watches it all the way through. We're cool.
And if you're somebody who's in this conversation that has watched until the very end, good on you.
Yes, thank you. Actually, I still see 5 people, so thank you very much. We appreciate your views. And I know I'm always grateful for people watching this. I really just wanted to chat and catch up. So I just think you're so cool.
This whole thing started because I genuinely just sent you like a little message of love on Facebook being I I love seeing this because it's so nice just, you know, getting to just talk to people and just seeing where the conversation goes and know I'm not a small talk person. I am like the least small talky. Great. I'm glad you had a good day. Congratulations. I had a bad day. Like, it's just, do you know what I mean? Like, it's nice when you can always find something to talk about. And we covered how many topics
A lot.
in an hour?
A lot happened. We discussed, a lot of things were said. I don't know how I'm going to find a clip to promote this. I really don't, because I loved everything. Except, yeah, there were some comments that I made. But other than that, it was that.
As long as we get our shirts and we get our hair, then we're golden.
Yeah. I love how it cuts us off, and I'm like, don't worry about your pants, you're fine, but like wear them, please. I didn't include that in my how to do your Instagram live. Please wear pants, because I assumed that was implied, but
you never know. People are interesting nowadays. You got to just put everything on the line. Imagine I was like, plot twist, by the way, I'm not wearing pants right now.
I mean, that's your choice, right? Your body, your choice. You do you. But I rock it. I call it the Winnie the Pooh look. So you do you.
I love it. I'm going to go home now before work, change my shirt to red, wear no pants, and I'm set.
You're Winnie the Pooh. And if anyone tries to say, hey, put pants on, be like, excuse me, if Winnie the Pooh doesn't have to wear pants,
then I don't.
Like, this is for kids, so this should be for kids. Are you body shaming me? And then you get into a whole thing. And then, yeah, you know what? You might get arrested, but it was worth it, wasn't it?
Your clip. This is the clip that you're posting for this chat, is us talking about just doing it out. This is our vibe today. We are t-shirts on, pants off.
That's how we do it. Well, I mean, everyone knows I have pants on because I showed the birdie on the butt before, so.
It's true.
I can't. But we don't know. We don't know. Is Jenna wearing pants? We don't know. And we might never know. This is why we have the discussions.
This is the life's mystery.
Yeah. As I'm looking, I'm doing a sidebar, if you don't mind. I bought the other day, I don't know how to buy makeup, and I bought mascara for the first time in God knows how long because it was on sale and I don't understand makeup. But it was really fun because my husband was with me, and all I was saying was, I need something waterproof. And he's asking me, do you want this brand? Do you want that brand? I'm like, I don't know. But then I ended up going with Maybelline because I remembered their song. I'm like, oh, maybe it is Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline. So there is something to advertise, right? And I'm like, huh.
They know that
and waterproof. That's all I needed. The waterproof, because otherwise it looks like I got punched in the face or I was emotional.
Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much like dumped all of my makeup as soon as quarantine hit. I'm like, I'm throwing this out. I have makeup from like 10 years ago. That's going in the garbage. Just purged everything. And so Boxing Day sales, like you said, I literally just went online. I'm like, all right, let's revamp everything and just start over. So I've just been trying new stuff. I'm like, okay, let's see. Do I like this brand? I'm obsessed with my Marc Jacobs mascara, just like for the record, in case you're looking. That one I love.
I don't like to buy the cheapest brand, but I don't want to buy the most expensive. So it's that in between.
Model, yeah.
I did a whole Instagram live. Oh, wait, no, I think I converted that to Facebook Live because Instagram hated me. And I had this whole discussion with a previous guest where my latest makeup kit is literally something I bought off the street. And I'm not joking. I had done a Disney princess audition for Disney. And I had this energy and I was feeling amazing. And this guy comes up to me, he goes, you're so beautiful. Do you want to buy makeup? I'm like, you think I'm beautiful? Okay. So I bought the makeup. I totally bought the makeup. It was a poor choice. I am slowly working through it, but I bought it, so I have to use it.
You are wearing it.
I am, except for the mascara. So yeah. You also have a shout out from Behavior Matrix. Hi, Jenna.
My friend. Hello. That's so cute.
And a bunch of hearts. I wonder why they chose 4. I like to do 3.
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I'll do like a mix of a couple, like a heart and like the face that has the hearts.
Yeah, the emoji game, it's a tough one.
I know. Have you seen the white heart that they've put out now? That's a thing.
What is that?
It's just a heart that's now the color white. And so sometimes, depending on who I'm sending a message to, when I want to show like I love you, but I don't want you to get the wrong idea, I send the white heart. Or if I'm sending it to my girlfriends and I really do love them, I'll send them like 3 of those.
Why white?
I don't know.
Does it absorb all the colors? So then is it less love, more love? It's confusing.
That's a bit of an existential question.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's more than we have time for right now.
That's a loaded question.
The only one I consistently do is like, the one where it's like, that's just me. Guys, I'm joking.
I do. Mine is always this one.
Oh,
Like,
that's funny.
I'm done with people. That's probably like the number one that I use, or either the wink or the side eye.
The side eye is a new one. I've seen a lot of people use the side eye.
Yes.
I'm gonna look into that one. Gonna add it. There was an article I was reading where we know you're old if you still use the laugh emoji with the tears or the sideways tears. And I'm like, I love that one. I use it all the time. I think people are so funny. But I guess no one's ever made me laugh that hard I cry. So I can understand not using it. But I'm not going to just be like, huh. I'm not going to do a partial huh. So it almost seems like the laugh is so big that the tears have to come out. So I'm gonna keep using that one.
Use it. I used it this morning. It's great.
Were you laughing so much you cried?
No.
False advertisement. False advertisement.
There was a video I think I saw a long time ago where it was just like a conversation between two people. Like the Instagram reels that people are doing now? So
yes, I'm dabbling. It's a journey. I dabble in the reel.
It's where like two people are having a text conversation where it's like, ha ha ha, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm so dead. I'm laughing so hard. And the person's face is just like, they're not laughing at all. And I'm like, 9 times out of 10, that's what's happening.
That's really funny. I would say 10 times out of 10. I doubt anyone, if people were doing the text that they're sending, like ROFL, rolling on the floor laughing, ha ha ha.
That. Who's used ROFL?
I like to bring up updated words or outdated words. I said updated. This is usually when my brother tunes into my Instagram lives and watches me say a really uncool word, and then he taunts me for the next week. It's really great.
Yeah.
He's not here, so we're okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you have the opportunity to chirp somebody that will be able to like take it. Again, I had this like 2 weeks ago where it was just like, that you're both like being kind of mean to each other, but in a way that you both know you're being funny. That's the best part.
Yeah. You really have to gauge your audience. That's the tricky one.
Yeah. You got to know who
I love this has been one of the least, no one's really writing comments, and I'm grateful because I don't know what there is to comment on, but I did expect some kind of sarcastic person, if they were watching, to include all these emojis that we're talking about. Just kind of choose your favorite, which would have been fun, and I don't know how I would have responded though.
Wait, can I do it? I'm going to add that one.
You can add a comment.
And the other one that I use a lot is that one. the like devil.
So, I've seen the devil. Here's the problem I have with this one. Okay, it's so hard. It's not just the face, right? You got the hair and you got the shirt. And why is it a purple shirt? And why is it your hair? Is it that dark? I don't know. I don't know if it's you, or maybe you think someone else is going like this. It's very confusing. There is no rolling on the floor laughing emoji. I agree.
Wait, write that one down. We have to send a message to Apple and say, guys, why is there no rolling on the floor laughing emoji?
I've never written down more in an Instagram live.
This is getting serious now.
This is homework. I have a lot to do. But that's good homework. I got to look into that one.
Comment section usually? Like, do you have like a lot of people just like firing?
I think it really depends. I'm okay with not, because I don't want people to think I'm not responding to them, but it's also it's delayed. So because we've been going from one subject to another, we can be talking about something and then someone else would have a comment that was in relation to what we previously said. So then I get, wait, what were we talking about? It's that moment of confusion of, it's interactive, but not fully interactive. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. That's so fun. I love this.
I love that you were willing to do this. Thanks.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me on it. I got so excited this morning. I got out of bed. I did my hair for you. I picked my shirt for you.
I put on my new mascara for you. So there you go.
Gorgeous, darling.
I did. Yeah. I did not do my hair. I just let it be.
She's fabulous. Maybe it's Maybelline.
This is sponsored by Maybelline. I just keep to say different sponsors every time I do a live. It's never sponsored, but one of these days, you never know, right?
Never know. Today is also sponsored by the cat. The Keg and Maybelline are sponsoring this Instagram.
Yes, the Keg. So does anyone get a free meal? How does this work? Can we give away a gift card? That'd be really cool.
You do. I will give you one. You have to come here,
Oh.
use it, I see you, and I get to treat you.
You're in Woodbridge. That's far. That's like,
So what?
oh, I have to drive. Back in the day of driving. What is this?
If you drove to Hamilton to go to your, I wasn't sure this was a proposal, you can come to Woodbridge for me to buy.
I drove to London, and I love London. Okay, I swear. It's where I did my undergrad. It's where I met my hubby. So I love it there.
Love
But yes, and also I drove from Hamilton to Richmond Hill just to do the show that you guys were doing. So yes, I drive, but it's I do what I can.
What a trooper.
But I keep trying to end this, and then I realize I love talking to you. But we should end this because you have a job and I have research to do. So there you go.
Yeah, we both have a lot of creative a lot of creative work that we've got to do.
I wonder if I can make that clip. We will discuss the telephone hour. I'm 100% serious of making that a project. I'm very excited.
Yep.
And we will figure out how to do that. It's gonna be good.
Down to come back on this and discuss our progress of where we're at in these new.
I think we're gonna have the chat after we finish it. We'll be like, guys, remember when we discussed it initially, and then we came back on, and yes, you know that thing that went viral? This is where we created it. I really hate the term went viral, especially with COVID. It irks me, and yet I say it. Oh, viral, gross.
I know.
Mask up. The video's going viral.
Stay tuned, guys. Keep your eyes open because you will see us go viral very, very soon.
It's a thing.
Yep.
But yes, I want to say any final words just to put you on the spot.
This was just so nice. Like, we haven't talked in so long, and it was thank you for asking me to be on this. This is so great. And for anybody that because I did see a lot of people that I know that came into this chat, just please follow Robyn. Follow Robyn podcast. Follow her on Instagram, Facebook, all the things. That's it. And otherwise, support your local restaurants, support, just anybody that's around you with whatever you're comfortable doing, and that's it.
I like that. Shop local.
Shop local.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for doing this. This was so fun. And enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be in touch.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I just say. I put it on Instagram Live, so I can't lie to my viewers. So we'll actually be in touch. It's not that generic. We'll be in touch. We'll talk in 9 years again. We won't do that.
People will be very mad. The people will be very upset.
Yeah, we have projects to do. All right. But thank you. Enjoy your day. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.